And we are rolling. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Gems. Oh my goodness, I am so happy to be with you guys. So the really interesting, strange topic that is on my mind, in my awareness lately is entities. Talk to the entities. I am very much looking at what influences does the unseen world have on my behavior. So I have not mentioned this very much in my podcast. For 2 years, I think I've been basically inviting you guys to know that you have choice and please consider if you could be, would be, can be. Is it possible? Is it remotely possible you're an infinite being and not a finite pile of poo? That in and of itself is like a huge awareness. If you can actually leap from I may be more than just human, there may be more to me than what everybody's just, oh, I'm only human. Well, is that really true for you? It may be, it may not be. But probably if you're listening to me more than once or twice, it's not. Humans seem to be afraid of me or terribly troubled by me for some strange reason. And I guess I should explain that in the Access philosophy, the Access consciousness philosophy and classes that I've been involved with, taking and facilitating for, oh my gosh, I guess almost 19 years since I met Gary Douglas and Dr. Dane here in 2001. One of the main philosophies is question your finiteness. Well, question everything, actually. That's one of the main philosophies. Be willing to question everything. So, what if you were infinite? What if you had infinite possibilities? And so, what if not everything is what it seems to be? And so can be uncomfortable and disconcerting. It's beyond walking on quicksand. It's beyond walking on water. It's walking on a space that's never been walked on before. So really it's about being a leader in your realm of influence and going where no man or woman has gone before. God, I remember that from Star Trek from my childhood. Na, na, na. And then we go, space, the final frontier. Going the Starfleet Enterprise, going where no man has gone before. Now, of course, it's funny because people would get all upset. Why didn't they say where no woman had gone before? Because, there was Lieutenant Uhura. And anyway, et cetera, et cetera. That's a whole nother topic. But so let's talk about the unseen again, because, and this may be something that I should bring up more often, because there's a lot of really strange energies going on in the world. And if you decide that you don't want to know about them and you either smoke too much pot or you take prescribed opiates, and I'm just going to put my foot into it, if you are on antidepressants, that is also a drug. And it may be great for you. It may work for you. And it does absolutely put I want to say like a condom over you and a condom over your awareness. Now, if that's what you're choosing this life, that's fine. But to think that it's not working that way is really not kind to yourself, because you're still going to have your awarenesses, whether you like it or whether you put a condom of pot, a condom of cocaine, a condom of Xanax, or a condom of opiates. There is really no drug that's going to stop your potency from being potent. You're just going to dull it and make it more difficult for you to cope with the really weird world and reality we live in. Now, if that's what you're choosing, I had a mother who chose that. Her whole life was desperately choosing unconsciousness and unawareness. Everything she did was unconscious. Every action she took, she never considered the ramifications of her choices. And she ended up sick, broke, and in my brother's house. And my brother and I were taking care of her for the last 3 years. She ended up paraplegic. I mean, she couldn't walk. And it was like really one of the saddest things I ever saw. Now, why is that? Is it because she was desperately seeking unconsciousness? Yes and no, but mostly because her choices, she never made a choice that was really expansive for her future. She never thought about the future. She made a choice based on, I need this, or coming from the background of World War II. I need to be taken care of, or I'm a girl, or all these things that we all have been entrained over. And, or I'm pretty so I can get whatever I want. Oh, okay. Well, maybe that brings up a little bit of energy. And if you are pretty, you can get pretty much anything you want, and you will get older too. So how long is that going to work for you? And is it still working for you? And are you liking the results you're getting? So whether you're functioning from unconsciousness or anti-consciousness, is the way you're creating your choices creating the happiness you truly desire in any area, whether it's money, relationships, or the unseen world. So talk to the entities. So if you become aware that you have the ability to perceive entities, spirits, choose what you like. So how is that going to be a contribution to you? Well, first of all, recognizing that you have a tool. And I think this is great. So the first tool I ever learned, and Shannon would teach you this too in her classes, and if in my beginning, an intro, to talk to the entities, I would teach this too. It's a really basic, and in the foundation class of Access Consciousness. So if you're aware they're entities, the first thing you do, like, have you ever gotten on a plane and you're about to suffocate, but there are no more people on there than there were before? Well, that's because maybe at least half, if not more, all the people have 10 or 20 entities stuck to them or around them. And you're aware of that. And you're like, whoa, how do I deal with this? I feel claustrophobic on this plane. So the first thing you can do is you can ask a question. And you can say, are there any entities on this plane? And you'll get an awareness. It'll either be lighter or it'll be heavier or something. You'll either contract or expand, or however you follow your knowing, you'll get a knowing. So you can ask, okay, who are you? Who were you before that? Who were you before that? And you can say that several times and then ask again, who will you be in the future? Thank you for coming. You've done a great job. You can go home now. Entities are stuck energies. They do not know that they're stuck. So once you make them aware that they don't have to be stuck, most of them, maybe 80% of them go, oh, wow, I'm not stuck with this person. Oh, I can go now. You make them aware of past, present, and future, and they get clear that they're not stuck. And the wonderful thing is that if you can just remember that, you're free. I mean, that helps so much. And that's one of the first tools. There's a lot of tools, but that tool I've been using for 19 years on airplanes, by the way, which is one of the places I get the most uncomfortable rather. And I like to be comfortable, particularly if I'm flying on a plane somewhere for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm going to take over. This plane is going to be comfortable for me no matter what. And what do I need? I need more space. I need more space to breathe. I need more molecular space. OMG. So that's one of the things I do is I ask, are there any groups and clusters of entities? I ask that question as well. And then I thank them. Thank you for coming. You've done a great job. You can all go now. And it literally works. Try it. Let me know. Write me at info@Glassell. And again, there's so much available, so much information. I just want to mention one other thing, that bars, which is, of course, I used to hang out in bars from the time I was 16 to 25. Bars, dark bars, are places where entities cluster. Why? Because if an entity has died from alcohol poisoning or drug poisoning, they, without knowing any difference, they naturally go towards where alcohol and drugs are consumed. I know, weird, simple, right? But so that's why, have you ever walked into a bar, like, and mostly it's dark and sometimes kind of creepy, or maybe all the time kind of creepy? And if you don't clear yourself, there's a chance entities could come home with you. There's like this full range of tools we can go through. So if you're interested, please write me at info@curryglassell.com, and we can plan a session. And if you don't want to have a private session, you can go online. You can get Shannon O'Hara's book, Talk to the Entities. And there is freedom for you. You do not have to be harassed by entities, whether they seem like ghosts or not. If you've ever seen the movie The Sixth Sense with Bruce Willis, you should definitely watch that movie and then call me and we'll talk about it. There's freedom for you, you who can see beyond the veil. All right, no need to worry, no need to fret. All of life can come to you with ease, joy, and glory, including entities. Thank you so much for listening, and see you next time on Gems. Bye-bye. This is Curry Glassell. Over and out. Adios.